So here we're looking at the QA server, which has all the integration stuff on it as well as everything else. And I've got our old friend, the management console, up so we can look at how the job's running. So one of the things odd about this is that this seems to be acting differently than production does. I don't remember this acting like this way before. Oh, it just went. So if you just saw that flash there, it flashed from start to running and then back to stop again, and it just sits that way. And if you look at the services window itself, it looks like it's ready to start. So if I'll try from here first. So if I click on the start service within the console, I'm not even sure if that pressed or not. And I think it may flash again once that's done processing. I don't quite remember. But as you can tell from here, from the services, it's still not running. I'll try hitting this here. Can I start a little service? Then it eventually will come back. Oh, see, now it's running. But it's going to stop again soon, I think. Yep, there it goes. And it didn't process this. I'm going to try the same thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move that file out and try that again. That shouldn't be there. I didn't click on one of these to get it to refresh, but do the same thing here. Can't start. Now, this did seem to be working. I mean, I made the modifications to the integration services INI file, and it did do some imports from there, but then stopped. I didn't look at what this looked like at the time. Actually, one thing I did notice is that it seemed like it was very slow. It seemed like it was several minutes before between each time it picked up, so it was almost like it was doing this before. So yeah, still not working, even though there's nothing in the folder for it to process. Since we're in here, I'll take a look at the, before they do that, I'm going to do, this is our production integration server, and it just stays at running all the time, which is more like I remember it doing. So while we're in here, I'm going to check on the INI file. So this is pointing to the new location. What I might try to do now is switch it to the new one to see if, or switch it back to the old one to see if that helps make sure the folders are in place. I did this just to make sure that we weren't writing out to here. Flag an error if we did. So this is the old one. I'm just going to rename this one. And I'm going to change it on our other location. So now this returns to the old location for those. And now it's running. Look at that. So there's something that is working in the new one and not the old one. Ooh, I wonder if it's a rights thing that changed. That might explain it. So I think that might really actually be all there is to this. But let's check something because here in we did have a file that could be run this package item. Let's check watch in. It's here, but it's an old version, so let's try this. So it's been updated. This one isn't getting pulled in either. The name's the same. I'm trying to modify this one too. Oops. I'll move this into later so I can pull it back out. Stressors. Maybe I'll try rebooting the server too if this doesn't work. Not sure why it's not showing up here. I might try the reboot now. So I'm going to pause this, reboot the server, come back in, and see what the deal is. interesting. That always shows disconnected. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if I should log this one off. Well, rebooting will take care of that, so we'll do that first, and then we will see. Okay, so I've pulled the server back up again now that it's rebooted. And there, I was able to bring the file in. Okay, so I'm thinking that there's something wrong with the folders. Since everything worked when I switched back to the old one. So I think it might be the service account that may be not working properly. I'm going to look at this again. Okay, so that's not really one of the users now, the service account. So I'm going to have to check on that. I think that might be what the problem is, since it seems to be isolated. That, and I'll check again the directory structures between the two of them.